Hey everyone, welcome to Learning with Lou, and today we're going to talk about adding fractions with like denominators. Just a quick refresher if you haven't watched my last video, there's two parts to a fraction that you need to know. There's the numerator, which is the number on top, and there's the denominator, which is the number on the bottom. The numerator represents the amount that's being talked about, and the denominator represents the total amount of equal parts. When you're adding fractions with like denominators, which means they have the same denominator, you have to remember that you're only adding the numerators. It's super important to remember that the denominator stays the same. You're not changing your denominator when you add fractions with like denominators. When you're adding fractions that have the same denominator, you're really just adding numerators to the same whole. That's why your denominator doesn't change, because your total amount of equal parts doesn't change. And if you take a look on the bottom there, you could see that we have 3/8, which is represented by those 3 blue parts, plus 4/8, which is represented by those 4 red parts. When you put them together, you're putting them onto the same whole. I didn't get any more equal parts. There's still only 8 total parts. So, when you count them all up, the red plus the blue, you have a total of 7/8. And before I move on, I think it would really be a great idea to just pause the video here and maybe jot down some of these notes just to have in a notebook with you to really help you retain this information. Aside from drawing pictures, you could also use number lines to help you add fractions as well. You want to start with the first fraction in your equation. So down here we have 1/4 as our first fraction. That means on our number line we're going to start with 1/4. Now, since we're adding 2/4 to 1/4, you have to jump 2/4 on the number line. So you see the first jump here, that's only 1/4. You have to do a second jump, 1/4 and 1/4, that's 2/4. And the fraction that you land on, that's your sum. So 1/4 plus 2/4 equals 3/4. You could see it here on this number line. So we have 3 practice problems here. Let's try one together real quick. So we'll take a look at this first one, this orange square. We have 6/10 plus 3/10. Now the way this works is that we already have 6/10 filled in. That's the fraction we're starting with. We're adding to 6/10. So I have 6/10 filled in, and I have to add 3/10 to it. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and shade in 3 more of these tenths. So I'm going to go ahead and count up all of my shaded parts now. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 6/10 plus 3/10 is going to give us 9/10. So we have 9 as our numerator and 10 total parts. What I want you to do now is pause the video here and try to solve those other 2 problems on your own. Okay, so now that you've tried these by yourself, let's go over them real quick. So this pink circle I had in the middle here, we started with 2/5. And as you can see here, 2 out of the 5 total parts were shaded pink, and I just added 1 more part, because I'm only adding 1/5 to it. I added 1 more shaded part here, and then counted up 1, 2, 3. So 2/5 plus 1/5 equals 3/5. Similar idea over here. I started with 5/11, and I had to add 5 more 11s. So when you count them all up, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 out of the 11 total parts makes our answer 10 11ths. So 5 11ths plus 5 11ths equals 10 11ths. And as you can see, all you're really doing is just adding your numerators and keeping your denominator the same. 6 plus 3 is 9, keep your denominator of 10. 2 plus 1 is 3, keep your denominator of 5. 5 plus 5 is 10, keep your denominator of 11. You're really just adding your numerators. So now we have some more practice problems, but this time without the visuals. I want you to pause here and see if you can solve these 6 problems on your own, and then we'll go over them. So our first one, we have 3/8 plus 2/8. So remember, the first thing you can do is keep your denominator. So I'm just going to keep my 8. I'm not going to change that. And then you add your numerators. 3 plus 2 is 5, giving us 5/8. Over here we have 14ths. So again, before I even do anything, I'm just going to go ahead and keep my denominator. 9 plus 3 is 12. So 9/14 plus 3/14 is 12/14. I'm going to go ahead and just put the rest of the answers up for you so you can see how you did. So here are the rest of your answers. For 1/3 plus 1/3 you have 2/3. 6/10 plus 2/10 you have 8/10. 2/9 plus 4/9 you have 6/9. And 15/25 plus 3/25 you would get 18/25. So again, as you can see, all you're doing is just really adding the numerators to the same whole. You keep your denominator the same. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope it helped you. I just want to let you know that if you like the resources that you see me using here in the video, I have the notes, the practice problems, the visuals. I do put these all together in a packet which you can download in the description. If you find this video helpful, please do me a favor and just hit the like button and even subscribe if you want to see more math topics covered in the future. Thank you so much and never stop learning.